Hello, friends. I have returned again for another fun video. I wanted to tell you about my latest acquisition. Yes, look, behold, Fantasy Flight has taken flight in my home, and at a reasonable price. I want you to go to your Google search bar or whatever your personal preference is for search bars, and I want you to type in Star Wars Imperial Assault, and I want you to find the best prices. For me, it was $67 on Amazon.com, but you might find it cheaper elsewhere. I don't know. It's the lowest price I saw. But what did we get? Well, I checked it out before I purchased. I wanted to see what I was buying. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot of cool miniatures here. I mean, look at all those miniatures. But there's so much more. I've never played Descent, but I've heard amazing things about it. And from what I've read, this is Descent, basically 3rd edition, which I don't think they've made yet, but basically this is like better Descent. And so, with no further ado, surprise, surprise, this video's an unboxing. We're actually going to get in here and look at it. I know. It's a game that came out in 2015, I think, so you've probably all seen it before. But for people that haven't, this seemed like a really nice deal, and it's a great entryway into the crack that is Star Wars board mini games, because there's a bunch of them, and Fantasy Flight makes them all, I think. Alright. And now, I shall rip the box asunder. Okay, so check it out, folks. We are about to look at the contents of this box. Yay. Inside the box we have Star Wars Imperial Assault figure packs. Oh yes, expand your adventure with the Star Wars Imperial Assault figure pack. Oh yeah. Anyway, apparently on the outside of the box it says that this one comes with Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. So, woohoo. Alright, what's on the back here? Okay, so yeah, they show us the ones I just mentioned. Huh. This copy of Imperial Assault contains the Luke Skywalker Ally Pack and the Darth Vader Villain Pack. The figure rule sheets and cards for these large figure packs, are found in a separate bag herein. Ooh, how exciting. So this game, we not only get the game, we get 2 of the figure packs, which I priced those guys, and you're not going to like it. So if say you want Boba Fett, right? Well, Boba Fett's going to cost you $14, and that's the cheapest one I saw. And that's just for 1 mini. Plus your applicable cards and rules. Alright. Learn to play. Read this first. Okay, so this is your quick start rule book. Alright, this is for, it's going to teach you the basics. It's going to tell you how it's done. Okay? And let's see the quality of this copy here. And here we have it, folks. The nice, lovely quick start menu. Isn't it lovely? Now you'll notice it's got pictures and words and little icons. It's nice. I like it. It seems well put together. And it's not flimsy paper. It's pretty good. A nice production. Oh yeah. Ooh, advanced rules. Nice. Okay, well that's that. here is the campaign guide. So I'm assuming that this gives you each specific mission. Now, from what I've read on this game, there's a person that plays the Empire, and then the other players play various rebels. So in a way, it kind of takes that old mold from the old Hero Quest games, right? Where it's one player versus everybody else. The same sort of thing you would see with Conan, right? Conan's that way. The thing with this is there's some interesting dynamics, because what you do in one mission matters in the next mission, I guess. There's rules that help out the Imperial player and make it a little more interesting for him. We'll look into that when we actually play it. Alright, here's a rule reference book. I'm sure it's the same product quality that the last one was. And, ooh, a skirmish guide. So I'm gonna guess that's their 1v1 player guide. So, yeah, versus all, or any other variation you want to come up with. I'm sure there's many. It's basically going to be a combat skirmish game. Yay. Alright. Here's some stickers for something. That doesn't bode well, does it? Because, these are permanent. Well, maybe if you have multiples of the same unit, you'd put these on there. Although you could just paint them up a little different. I don't know. Alright, let's get in here and actually look at the components. Alright, I already like what I'm seeing. So you got your tiles. They're in 1 inch grids. And then you've got all your various tokens. So yeah, that's cool. There's a bunch of them. Pretty nice, thick little stack there. Okay. And then we got 2 boxes here. One is for the Rebels, and the other one is for the Empire, looks like. And here's our hero dashboards. So these are the cards that your players are going to use for their character.
Okay.
Looks like some sort of some sort of Jedi, really. They got a lightsaber. Some sort of Force attuned person anyway. Maybe they're not formally trained. Alright. And maybe I just don't know who they are. Maybe they're a known quantity in the galaxy far, far away. And this looks like some sort of sniper. Oh, ambush, I see. Okay. Okay, quick draw McGraw. So all these different characters, they perform a different role. This is a Havoc shot. Here's a commander. So he's some sort of officer. He's seen some action. Probably fought in the Clone Wars. Huh? And here's a Wookiee. Okay, Wookiees have no love for the Empire, especially after what they pulled, at least in the expanded universe. So there you go, guys. Some pretty interesting looking characters. You'll notice they all have different stats. Yeah, different stats to help balance them out and specialize their roles. And they all seem to have a minimum of 10 hit points from what I'm seeing here. So that's them. Put that up. Now, here's the miniatures, and this is Luke and Darth Vader. Okay, Luke and Darth Vader. Now, let's look at this. What are these little? Oh, missions. I guess they all come with a mission? Well, that's cute. And you get a plastic figure, a reward card, 6 command cards. Where's his dashboard, though?
like this. I don't see it. Interesting. Well, maybe there's something. I'll have to look further and see. You would think he would have a dashboard. Maybe I'm nuts though. Okay, so here's the minis. Let's get to the stars of the show. Now I don't know how these compare to the other Fantasy Flight board games, but that's Darth doing Darthy things, generally being menacing. Alright, and then we'll look at all the minis later, I think. Right now we're just going to go through the components. And that is Luke without a lightsaber doing a New Hope things. Only not that well. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. Okay, there's these dinky little cards. Yep. Dinky little cards. I guess they save a lot of money using dinky cards like this. I'm guessing these are different moves that the characters can use. And I'll have to read the rules to know exactly what that's all about. Here's some more cards. These look like effect cards, so things that happen on the battlefield. Pros and cons. Kind of like events. That's what the other side of them looks like. Alright. Dice. Gotta have dice to play these games, right? Check these bad boys out. Lightning bolts and red ones and yellow ones and blue ones, and oh my goodness, and there's stands involved. Oh my. It's all terribly exciting and very fun. Now, that's a lot of packaging. Alright. Here's our Imperial Walker. AT-AT. Alright. I think it's an AT-AT. Anyway. Yeah, that's going to be a cool model. There's some assembly involved here. And here's all of our odds and ends, all of our various heroes and creepy crawlies and stormtroopers, and like I said, we're gonna do a photo session later and really show them to you. Yeah, you can see some close-ups. And here's our little droids. They come in a separate bag. I'm not sure why. Nice. Yeah. So that's going to be amazing. It looks like the arm came off of the Wookiee. Yeah, I don't know if that's intentional, but it's just floating in there. We'll glue that back on. Alright, looks like it's time to assemble some stuff. When I get all assembled, we'll come back and you can have a look at that too. Alright, wasn't that exciting? So, a couple of things I noticed about the models themselves. One, yeah, my Wookiee, he didn't have an arm. Someone ripped his arm off and beat him with it. Or, something like that. Anyway, I glued it back on. I don't recommend assembling and disassembling these. As I was messing with that walker, I noticed the plastic, it'll break on you. It didn't break, but it easily could. And I think you should assemble them and stop. That should be it. So what I'm going to do, I didn't actually glue the walker. I just kind of dry assembled it. I'm going to actually wet assemble it and then never touch it again, and it was a bear to get this gun in there. Yeah, that was pretty tricky. Good luck with that. I involved a hammer, I'll just tell you that. Okay. Yeah, but other than that, I mean, these are solid models. The detail's nice. I've never painted them, but I've seen them painted, and they paint up fine. A lot of cool sculpts there. You're really going to have a chance to really test your painting metal. And other than that, I think that's what we've got here. All in all, I'd say for $67, it's okay. Yeah, it's not a bad deal. And remember, you're dealing with, this is licensed. So, this isn't a generic fantasy game. These are actual Star Wars characters. That's Darth Vader, guys. That's Luke Skywalker, guys. You're actually getting real stormtroopers doing stormtroopery things, okay? So, when you weigh in the fact that it's a licensed product and that the game itself is fun, at $67, you're doing okay on the miniatures. Maybe not amazing, but you're not, you got what? How many miniatures are there? 2, 3. Like 36 miniatures. So yeah, $2 a mini. Not even counting the cool game. And you've got some large minis. I mean, that's large and that's huge. So you got 2 larges and a huge in there. So, I mean, is it a steal for the minis? No. Is it okay? Oh, sure. Are you getting a fun game with a bunch of cool sci-fi locations? So, if I'm playing a sci-fi RPG, I might use these little cardboard pieces for my game. So, it's versatile. It's somewhat versatile. But again, we're using this for the game itself. That's why I bought it. It looks like a fun game. So, no further ado, let's talk about how I want you to find all the miniatures of your dreams while you're awake. And if you don't find them, you're not looking hard enough.